This is verse 6 of the 12th chapter of the Gospel of Matthew. Jesus has been challenged by the religious leaders because he's giving his permission for the disciples to, in effect, harvest grain to eat on the Sabbath, and of course that represents a technical violation of the Sabbath. Jesus gives them some counterexamples from the Old Testament, and then is going to drive home the point with even greater drama in this verse 6. So we have lego, from lego, I say, first person singular, present active indicative, I say. Rather a surprising aspect of Jesus' ministry, that he will not quote other authorities. Even quoting the Old Testament is not really within the normal practice for Jesus, but he speaks on his own authority. He speaks, and of course that again stands for the general unconditional authority of Christ. The deity of Christ is at least implicitly brought to our attention here. Postpositive da, so but I say, who men. This is the indirect object dative of the second person, plural. So I say to you. Then hoti, conjunction means that, or because, context determines, but I say to you that. To hi'aru. Hi'aron is, of course, the temple. It's a neuter noun. It's in the genitive here because it's going along with made zone, which will translate idiomatically as than. And so made zone, an adjective, means greater than the temple. Interestingly, you'll notice this adjective is in the neuter. A greater thing would be the normal rendering. It's not a greater person. Jesus doesn't use the masculine adjective here, but a greater thing than the temple. And that, of course, is pointing to the fact that Jesus himself regards himself as the true temple. The scaffolding of the true temple, which was this great edifice in Jerusalem, is going to be torn down, not one stone left upon another, and the greater true temple will remain, and that's what's in view here. So I say to you that a greater thing, impliedly a greater temple than the physical structure of the temple in Jerusalem, esten, from ami, I am, third person singular, present active indicative, is hoda. Indeclinable adverb means here, in this place. So I say to you that something greater than the temple is here in this place, impliedly having this conversation with you. And of course, this is one of the many occasions in the New Testament when Jesus establishes this rather striking and stunning kind of affirmations about himself, in this case putting himself in a position superior to this temple that they held in such high esteem and in which they took such pride.